What is going on, everybody? Melku44 here. Wow, it's been a while since I said that. I haven't done a formal edited commentary video in a while, but we're back. Now I know that Season 4 got announced. I never gave my thoughts on it, but it's whatever. I think that Kunimitsu is the one that's in the back of that trailer. But anyway, I'm ready for a new installment. I want news on Tekken 8, and I've made myself a little wish list. As good as the gameplay is in Tekken 7, it just let me down in so many ways. So there are a few things that I want or just outright fixed in the next Tekken game. Some of the things on my list are going to be nitpicky, but you're just going to have to deal with that. But without further ado, let's get this started.
1.
Replays. I don't mean like replays of the full match. I would have had that on this list, but they fixed it with Season 3. I mean replays after a round. I can see why they got rid of these though. They got rid of them to keep things fast paced. Also, they're kinda not needed due to the new slow motion feature that we now have when both players have low health and they both do an attack at the same time. But there was just something so cool about these slow motion replays, especially if you had a really cool finish to a round, so then you got to see it again in a cinematic angle and in slow motion. I really miss those.
2.
Better story inclusion. What do I mean by that? Huh? I mean making some characters a little more relevant. You know how Tekken 7's story went? It was all about the Mishimas. I mean, it does say Mishima Saga, but there are so many other characters that have relations with the Mishimas and just other characters throughout the story. Like there was so many interesting interactions that just aren't there anymore. This is a problem to me because a lot of characters have unfinished conflicts. It's like they introduce a conflict in one game and then they just scrap it in the next. Like what happened with Asuka wanting to get revenge on Fang for beating up her father and destroying his dojo. Lei wanted to arrest Fang. What happened to Law's financial problems? Eddie wants to get revenge on Kazuya for killing his father. Oh, never mind. I'm not saying a character needs to die or anything like that, but we just don't get conclusions. And some characters, they just go missing, at least for a while until they get announced in the season. But those interesting stories got replaced by one battle in the character episodes. You know how we all feel about those. The only really good one, in my opinion, was Miguel's. Look at this. Miguel wants to kill Jin because Jin started a war that caused Miguel's sister to die on her wedding day. So in Tekken 7, Miguel still wants to kill Jin, and he even fights Jin in his character episode. That's great. But he doesn't kill him. He actually tells Jin why he doesn't kill him. That is closure. It works. That conflict is solved because since Jin seemed like he didn't really care, whatever, Miguel didn't do anything. Miguel wants Jin to beg. They concluded that so well in Tekken 7. So I wouldn't really care if Miguel doesn't really obsess over Jin in the next game.
Lleno de esperanza. Entonces te mataré como si no fueras nada. No te atrevas a morir hasta que llegue ese día.
3.
Loading screens. Okay, the loading screens are just awful in Tekken 7, like really bad. 30 seconds to a minute of just loading. And the big issue with this is that the game has to reload for rematches. What for? Why does the game have to reload everything? The game already knows what characters are picked, it knows what stage is picked, it knows what players are queued up. Rematches should be like this. I'm mad that I don't have the character I want though. I really want that in Tekken 8.
4,
Customization. Now this is something that I kind of stopped caring about just a little bit. Probably because Tekken 7's customization sucks so bad that I don't even bother with it. The customization was such a letdown in this game compared to Tekken 6 and Tag 2. Almost everyone's Tekken 7 customization, to me, looks the same because of the lack of options. I would like to see Tekken 8 do better with customization. It's not that big of a deal to me anymore, but it would still be cool if it were better.
5,
Tutorial mode. Okay, a bunch of old heads roasted me for saying Tekken needs a tutorial. Back in my day, we didn't have patterns and tutorials. We had to learn things on our own. Yeah, whatever man, get with the times. The tutorial mode does not have to teach everything. That's impossible. There are some things that players are just going to have to learn through experience. What I mean is that the game should just show how movement works, punishes work. They kind of have that here now. How to break throws, how to low parry, just basic stuff like that. Yeah, there's that little info at the bottom during the loading screens, but come on, no one is reading those. Let's be real. I would rather read some interesting trivia facts, kind of like what Music Choice does. They should have this thing like a trial and error mode where it like takes you through, like if you do a successful low parry you get like success, and if you mess up you get a failure or whatever. I just feel like they should do that with blocking and movement and stuff like that.
6,
Better stages. The stages in Tekken 7 are kind of okay. I could simply just say I don't like how simple the stages look, but that's not my main problem. The crazy amount of reskins is crazy. Look at this. There are 2 helipad stages, Night and Day, Precipice of Fate, Brimstone and Fire, and Devil's Pit are all the same thing. Yeah, Devil's Pit has a transition, but whatever. Oh, and come on, Twilight Conflict 2, Jungle Outpost 2, Infinite Azure 2, they don't even have their own names. These could have just been round transitions or something. Don't get me wrong, they're cool, but there's no need for 2 different versions. Plus, these stages were nothing special if you already used mods on PC, but I know it was cool for the PS4 fans and Xbox fans. So for Tekken 8, I would just want to see more variety of stages and just no reskins, please. To me, reskins are lame.
7,
Less dubstep soundtracks. Tekken has had its fair share of amazing music. But as of lately, they're just lame dubstep tracks. I want Tekken just to do away with dubstep. It's okay for certain songs like Negan's, but Infinite Azure, Final Round, and Helipad Night, those are terrible. I know a lot of you guys agree with me. I seen you guys using Jukebox on PS4 to avoid hearing Tekken 7 soundtrack, and if you're on PC you'll probably just have other music in the background. See what y'all be doing. You guys don't like the soundtrack either.
8,
Fix bugs. There are certain wacky stuff that's been happening for a while, and some players say stuff like, oh, it's always been like that. That's not an excuse. Please fix moves that have been having hitbox issues for a while, and just fix a lot of the janky situations that happen. It's just ridiculous that something can still be happening, that something is still a problem that was a problem in the previous game. It should be fixed. It's that simple.
9,
Let's go ahead and address the elephant in the room. Please, more game modes. I know it's a fighting game, but it's still a video game at the end of the day. We need more fun, wacky stuff. Something where we don't have to take the game too seriously and just have fun. Like, why is Turbo Battle only in Treasure Battle. That would be a fun mode just to play with and mess around with friends. Survival was a cool mode to see how long you could last. Tekken Force was the best. Tekken Ball was excellent. We are missing all of these. We got a lame Tekken Ball mode that no one plays. Nobody plays this, and it was DLC. The strike music is good though. I just want games like that back, or just something fresh, something new and fun. Treasure Battle doesn't count, it's just a downgraded version of Ghost Battle. Ghost Battle was superior.
Final round.
Just better online. Tekken 7's online was never really that good. There was a time where it was passable, but as time went on and on and on, it just somehow kept getting worse. But apparently, with Season 4, they're going to fix it. I also think that online should have some fun, wacky modes as well. And it should have an online practice mode for teaching, which was in Tag 2. For some reason, it's not here in Tekken 7. It was just refreshing to be able to learn the game with somebody online. That way you guys could do like Discord chats or whatever, you know. It was just nice to do. Anyways, that's my wish list for Tekken 8. I believe that they can do something great, just like they did before with the other Tekken games. Anyways, let me guys know what you think. What would you like to see in Tekken 8? And what would you like to see gone from Tekken 8, if you have anything? Anyways, see ya.